So I'm going to talk a little bit about the select sets. So I already showed you, right, how to create buttons and stuff. But you can, if you right click on those, you have a few options here. So say I have, create a new one here, like I want to create something that move. So I will select this, this, and this guy. Okay, we'll call this move. Okay, so I forgot the key, the feet. So I can select those guys and right click here, add selection. Next time I click, it's going to select that. Or in this case, I forgot the eye target. So I can shift select this, right click and say update selection. So it's going to replace everything that I have with that new selection. Say I don't want to feed anymore. So I right click and update. You see the little spot on the top of the button says it just for you to see what you have selected. And in case you select a lot of stuff, you see this small spot, which means this what this button select is selected plus more stuff, So usually when you hit the all, would be a good to know if you are selecting everything. Like if I select all the arm and so on. What else do you have here? You can delete one button. If you just hover your mouse over a button, you have this shortcuts here. Like shift click will add selection, control click will subtract. So I want to select eyes, like you will do the select on a viewport. Like shift select browse, or control select eyes will unselect the eye controller. We also have this middle click will do the same as if you want to rename your, I don't even have the option here, but if you middle click you can rename to something. At the bottom, if you select Control Shift click, it's going to delete your button. So it's a quick way if you want to delete a lot of stuff. Just Control click and delete. I brought another character here just to show this. There's another option here that is duplicate to another character. So if you go to that and say you wanna duplicate only the all button here, right? So I want to duplicate to this guy, right? And I want to make this, I need to bring that here, sorry. So I will duplicate the all button, and I want to duplicate to this rig, and I want to make this a blue. So it creates this button here. So say I want to create all those purple buttons the same. I go to all purple, go to the character that I want, like blue. And if you have a lot of characters in your shot, this is gonna be huge, right? So you can right click and say show only blue. It's going to show only that color. If you want to go back, I can use this to show everything, or I can just hide blue. If I have say I have a new color here, that's what happens when you create with hide selection. So say I have this on in origin. I want to hide just the blue. It's going to show those two colors. One other thing that you can do with the selection sets is to import and export what you have on one file to another. So if you right click on here, you have a few options. You can filter stuff from here as well, and you have this import and export. Once you click on export, it doesn't appear to do nothing, but it saved one file on your temporary folder. And say you are on another file now, and I don't have anything here, right? So we'll just delete everything. So if I open that up, you see that there's nothing. Let me create just a new one here. So if I have this file and go there and right click and import, it's going to import everything back again, and it's going to merge with what you already have there. In this case was this. This button right here is a space switcher, which is a good way to change space of stuff, but without that popping that we get when you change. Like on this rig we have these options here on the hand, and if I click like hat, it's going to pop to another position, right? So if I don't want that to happen, I can just select a controller that there's these options. If you click on that, it's going to list what can be changed. And let's say now I'm change the hat. So you see that the values here changed, but the position, the world position that it was, it didn't. And I can also like select everything and change all at once. So say I want shoulders now. So notice that changed for all the keys without changing the position. I also have instead of selecting everything, select both hands. Instead of having to select all those keys, say I have keys that are not showing on my timeline. A quick way is to just go all the way to the bottom here. It says all keys, and I just select something. So it changed for both hands now. This is the animation copier option. That it's good for you to copy animation from one file to another, or even on the same file. So say I have this animation here, I want to copy maybe that section here. I just select and click. It doesn't pop any window whatsoever, just copy to a temporary position, and every time you click it's going to replace that temporary file. So it's always going to use the last animation that you copied. So I will copy this here. So if I right click here, I have two options to paste it, which is paste in place and paste original. Paste in place will paste the animation from the key that I am, from the current frame that I am. So in this case I copy these keys and I will paste from the frame 78. So paste animation in place. Take a little while, and there it is. Paste my animation there. And if you go to another Maya file, and you can use the same thing because it's not related to variable or anything. It's a real file in your folder. So it can say you have a hookup on your shot. You can copy the last key and go to the other Maya and paste it. You know, do stuff like this. You you also have this paste to selected option, because if I don't select anything here, I don't even need to have those selected. If I just paste animation in place, it's going to read what I copied and pasted on the controllers existing on the shot. But if I say I wanna just copy to what I copied, but I just want the hand, so I can turn that option on and then paste that in place. And now just copy to that. I also have this copy all animation. It's a quick way to apply for all the keys. It's always going to copy what you select, so it's a selection based thing. So if I right click here, copy all animation, it's going to copy everything that I have. And what I can do also is to paste to another character. So say I want to paste this animation to that guy. I want to uncheck this for now, and I want to paste to another character. You have the same paste animation in place and paste to original here. And it's saying here that I have this rig, and if you click here, it's going to show a list of the rigs that are in the scene. So I will change that, the animation that I copied from the 0, which is this guy, to the 1, which is this. And I'm going to paste the original. When I paste the original animation, it's going to paste exactly on the same spot that I copied. So it takes a little while, and in a moment we'll see the animation pasted to that character. There it is. You can remap on different characters as well. It's not going to always be, good thing to do, but on the characters that there's the same base rig, it's going to work. That is the fake constraint. You have just this option to, if you right click, copy relative to world. The way it works is, it's a good way if you don't want to use constraint at all, but you want to have stuff feeling like constrained. So one example here, so I want a hand like in the position relative to the head, like so. Okay, so on this, basically it's going to copy the relative position from one frame to another. So on that frame the hand is not there anymore. So what I can do is to go to the frame that the position is right, select the master last, which in this case I want the head to be the master. Just click, it's going to copy. You see that the icon changed when I have something to paste from. So I go to another frame and paste. You see of course I should select the elbow as well if I want. So I select hand, elbow, and last is the head. So we'll copy that again and paste it. So it's on the same spot relative to the head. So let's go to a very different frame here. So let's say here, and paste it. It's going to look like it was constrained. Of course, it doesn't create any constraint, and also the animation between those keys will be free. Those controllers will not be attached at all. Another thing that you can do is to copy relative to the world, which is a way that we can use in case, let's say you have this going on here. And I want a hand. So I want a hand to stay on that position even though the master is moving. So if I right click and copy relative to the world and paste it like here, it's going to paste to that position that it was. Yeah, that's basically it. It's and of course you can select more than one thing. Like, so I want both hands to be like that. And I will select the hips. So I select both hands and the hips. Click. Go to another frame. And click again. It's a good way as well to work on the spine. So one example here. So I have the spine like so in this frame, and sometimes I like to counterbalance stuff. So say I want to move the hips like this, but I want to have the spine on the same kind of behavior. So what I can do is to copy that relative to the world here and paste it. So kind of try to stay in the same, like counterbalance stuff. If you open the graph editor, see what it did here. So this micro transform thing is a way to add your animation in very small amounts, like very precise stuff. So when you move like normal, the controller will follow the pointer, right? Let's say if I turn that on, you see that it's going on a smaller amount of a value, so it works for rotation as well. It's a good way, for example, for spine FK things, that if you have a normal rotation stuff, even if you go very small amount of rotation, it pops a large value here. So you can turn that on and you have a more small rotation. If you want to go even more, you have all those 4 levels of slowliness, let's say. So the ultra slow, it's going to be very small. So you can add very precise stuff. The last purple button here is a way to address nodes really quickly for a broad situation, because whatever you apply to that, to something, it's going to apply for the whole animation, or just a range that you select. So say I want to make this guy a little taller, or whatever you want to change. So I turn that on and make my change, and what it did was it applied to all the other keys the same offset that I did there. Of course you can select just one, like one range. Say I want to make this guy from here to here. I want to change this a little bit, like so. So see that on this range it applied that transformation that I did, but from that point on it's still the same. And I'm gonna do that. Another way to use that is if you control click this guy, it's going to toggle between blend range mode, and what it is you can use that for, say you have this one note that says like on this pose you want to make this head more towards left, right? So if I change that, normally all those keys in the middle will not change, right? So it doesn't work too well. So in this case what you can do is you select a range. In this case I will select from here until the pose that I want, and I want to pass until the another pose that I'm gonna select this range here, and control click this guy. You see the icon change for a B, which means blend. And what it's doing now, it's ready to, whatever I change in the middle of this range that I selected, it's going to blend those poses. So I will just go to my frame here and make the change that I want. And it just blended to that. So if I open the graph editor, we'll see what's doing here. I'm gonna grab this channel. So the range that I select was that range over here. So whatever I changed here on this poses in the middle, you see it's trying to blend, but the thing is, it's not going to change the easy in and out that you already have there. It's going to try to, to match the poses. I scale them down, depending on what you change. It's good to change mainly the extremes, so you have a nice transform between those. Need to remember to turn that off when you are using. You see this warning popping up every time for you not to forget, because if you do, you'll be changing stuff that you don't want. So just turn that off. That's it. And the last one is this timeline range button there. You see that I already have a few set up here, but I will delete that just to show you. So you want to work on different ranges on your animation, like I want to work from just that range, so I will just select the range that I want, click. It's going to set my timeline to that range, and it's automatically will include the range on the list here, so I can always go back to that, and I can set a few ranges here, like that, and then this one. So I have 3 ranges selected that I can focus on when I'm working, and we will save it there. And another thing here is this lip sync mode. What it's going to do is I don't have any audio in that. Okay, here it is. So say I want to have a better view of this sound wave. So if I turn that on, it's going to make this huge. So it's a good way for me to see those small changes over here on the audio that I can know where it was, and you can turn that off.